Welcome back to our live exclusive 10-11 state championship coverage. We are only 1/6 of the way through, 5 more games to come, beginning with the next one, Class D2 state championship coming up shortly, right around the corner. 23-0 Paxton trying to run the table, much like West Point Central Catholic accomplished a state title in volleyball and basketball. Banner County, the 5th seed. It's not going to be an easy task. They're very deep. They had 8 players score in the semifinals. 1:30 game, of course, Lincoln East and Southeast. East's 11th appearance at the state tourney. Southeast, they're in their 12th final, trying for their 8th title. 5 o'clock, what a barn burner in the D1. Fall City, Sacred Heart, and Freeman. It's the 13th all-time meeting. The meeting squared at 6 apiece. A lot of great players on both teams. Broken Bow and Norfolk Catholic then tangle in the 7 o'clock game in Class C1. Broken Bow on an 11-game winning streak, its first state championship appearance. And then Gering and South Sioux City, the 2 schools, undefeated total. Gering 25-0, South Sioux City 26-0, trying to make it 8 titles in the last 9 years. The Bulldogs will try and say something about that. So don't go away. 11:30 or a little shortly thereafter, we got Paxton and Banner County coming up. Don't go away.
Hi everybody, I'm Rod Bates, General Manager of NET, and this is a scheduled timeout during the basketball game, and you're not going to miss a moment of basketball action. Right now I'd like to encourage you not to miss out on this opportunity to become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television. Why is this a critical time to join? Because of current economic stress, number one, and because we want to preserve this statewide treasure. So call us now at 1-800-676-5446, and when you call, we'll offer you one of the following member benefits. If you join now at the $60 level, we'll send you the NETV coffee mug. At $90, you'll receive this sturdy insulated NETV coffee mug for your car or office. And on your way to the office, carry your own NETV tote bag, yours with a membership at $120. At the $240 level, we'll send you a unique, high-quality denim shirt with the NETV logo, handsomely embroidered in red. That's $20 a month at the $240 level. And of course, with every membership at $60 or more, you're going to receive the NPTV PRNF membership card. Members receive special benefits from organizations and businesses throughout the state. You'll also receive a discount on program-related products at our online member store. All you do is log on at mynptv.org/members, and you can use this secure site to select your membership level and your member benefits. Call 1-800-676-5446. And now let's get you back to the Devaney Sports Center and the high school basketball finals. Thanks for your pledge.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
He needs no introduction.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend.
He's one of country and rock music's greatest entertainers.
I don't know when.
Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
Join us as we pay tribute to the man in black.
It's that orange blossom special, bringing my baby back.
Don't miss Johnny Cash, the Anthology.
Tuesday night at 10:30 Central Time on NETV.
Every day on PBS Kids, we encourage children to respect others.
Right.
To recognize their own uniqueness. To accept the fact that lots of us are different.
Oscar, you said everything I was going to say.
What do you want from me? I'm a type G personality. G for grouch.
Imagine the possibilities. PBS Kids and you.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
It's the D2 state final. It's the Panhandle represented by Banner County against the Paxton Tigers. And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the second of 6 state championship games. here on 10-11 in our 50th anniversary. It's the 27th Girls State Basketball Tournament. I'm John Bishop, courtside with Andrew Filios. Kyle D'Elia is our roving reporter who will be handling some interviews and also some of the atmosphere around this state championship game. As you take a look at some of the fans who have gathered here today at the Devaney Center for the D2 final between a couple of teams that have won 23 games, but only one is undefeated, Paxton, with their record of 23-0. Dale Schrader coming in with this team undefeated on the campaign. Really a fantastic team. This is their fourth straight tourney, but have never made it to the state final until now. In his 10th year, Schrader has Paxton going for all the marbles. In Banner County, trying to become just the second school from the Panhandle proper to win a state championship in Class D2 since Potter Dix did it in 1989. And I know a lot of folks out there in western Nebraska would sure love to see Harrisburg bring this one home. Of course, both teams out from the western time zone, so it should be a lot of fun. Welcome to everyone from high sky country out there in the Panhandle.
That's right, and I guess you could call this one How the West Was Won. I guess that could be the title of the game, but I think Paxton comes into this game with a lot of confidence because they're coming off a volleyball championship, and a championship, even though it's in another sport, it gives you a lot of confidence to know that you're battle tested when the pressure's on the line.
The top 10 of these teams in the state, and when we talk about top 10, it's not just the rankings that are important, but it's where you fit in the wild card standings. And a lot of the best teams in the state did make it here to the state tournament. But Prague, for example, a team that really was one of the best teams in eastern Nebraska from this class, they lost in their district final and didn't have enough wild card points to make it here. Very disappointing for them. But really, the cream of this class has come from the west, and we are being represented by two of the best here today in Paxton and Banner County. We're looking forward to another great game, folks, and we'll be back to bring it all to you live right here on 10-11.
From American experience, a courtroom battle, creationism versus evolution, a media circus.
These two giants were coming down to fight over whether humans came from monkeys.
He was going to defend the word of God.
It would change history. Monkey Trial on American Experience.
Watch Monkey Trial, produced by NETV. March 17th at 8 Central Time on NETV.
That's the news from Lake Wobegon. So all the women are strong, all the men are good looking, and all the children are above average.
Saturdays at 5 Central Time on Nebraska Public Radio.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
This D2 state final could boil down to a matchup of two 5'8" seniors. For Paxton, Mandy Nelson, averaging 18 points, 4 rebounds a game. She scored 48 points in 2 state championship games so far here in Lincoln. And for Banner County, the 5'8" senior of note is Brittany Cooper, 17-point average, 8 rebounds. She has been in double figures in rebounds the first 2 games and has scored 29 points over the first 2 games at this year's state tournament. Should be a great matchup between those 2 girls, and also a good matchup between these 2 teams. Just 2 losses between them. Paxton coming in with an undefeated 23-0 record. We look forward to bringing it to you all right here on 10-11. And now let's meet the players. It's Banner County and Paxton, Wildcats and Tigers.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the 2003 Girls Nebraska State High School Basketball Championships. For this morning's Class D2 championship game between the visitors, the Banner County Wildcats, and the home team, the Paxton Lady Tigers. now for today's introductions. Here are the non-starters. First for Banner County, number 14, Megan Cross. Number 20, Kelsey Knaub. Number 22, Lisa Gifford. Number 24, Hillary Stoddard. Number 30, Alicia Lease. Number 34, Idalia Montalongo. And number 42, Whitney Whitler. And now the non-starters for Paxton. Number 10, Madison Holtz. Number 12, Danielle Peterson. Number 14, Christy Nelson. Number 34, Mallory Perlinger. Number 40, Jill Crabb. Number 42, Lindsay Perlinger. And number 44, Devin Schultz. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for Banner County. A 5'9" freshman, number 12, Kara Hessler. A 5'6" junior, number 32, Taryn May. A 5'9" senior, number 40, Brittany Cooper. A 5'9" senior, number 44, Holly Cross. And the 6'1" sophomore, number 50, Amity Richards. The assistant coach for the Wildcats is Becky Fabinger, and the head coach for Banner County is Kenny Hessler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for the Paxton Lady Tigers. A 5'8" senior, number 20, Mandy Nelson. A 5'6" sophomore, number 22, Kirsten Scusa. A 5'6" senior, number 24, Paloma Ruiz. A 5'10" junior, number 30, Jenna McFadden. And the 5'11" junior, number 32, Kelsey Perlinger. The assistant coaches for Paxton are Mike Perlinger, and the head coach for the Lady Tigers, Del Schroeder. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for this Class D2 championship game are Mr. Chuck Lewis and Mr. John Moody. And the bench official is Doug Kubik.
So we're about ready to get things started here at Devaney between the Wildcats and the Tigers. Paxton, we mentioned Mandy Nelson. They're also led by Kelsey Perlinger with her 13-point average. She's been in double figures both games here at State. And also their 5'10" junior, Jenna McFadden. She's been in double figures both games at State. That offense has been very solid. On the Banner County side, we've talked a lot about Brittany Cooper already, averaging her 17 points a game. But then there's Holly Cross. You can insert your own thing there about whether or not she should go to Holy Cross when she graduates or not. But averaging 12 points, nearly 6 rebounds. She's also had a good state tournament. And Kara Hessler, she scored an average of 10 points in her 2 games. And she is just a freshman at 5'9". And we talked about in the last game how in the smaller schools, developing the underclass talent is so very important. And it's very evident here with the true freshman in Kara Hessler being one of those who will be a big impact today for the Wildcats if they're going to claim a state championship. We're underway, and a quick turnover and a foul as sprawling down to the floor was Jenna McFadden. And they'll also get her with the foul.
And John, we saw a good press in that last game by West Point Central Catholic. We're going to see another very good press in Banner County. They love to press. They're not a very big team, so they beat you with speed They beat you with outside shooting and running the ball up court.
Paxton is the designated home team in the whites. Bad pass into the front court. These two teams going through a little bit of a feeling out process, as many of the teams will throughout this first day of the state tournament. High lob down low, tried to get it underneath the Perlinger. She was not quite in position. The pass went over the top of her head. And now Brittany Cooper, after the dribble into the front court. Open shot from the corner by Hessler. Offensive board, though. That's crossed with it for a moment. Open 18-footer. Short by Cooper, and a foul. And this one's going to go against Banner County. And it's going to be on the freshman, Kara Hessler. And that's her first.
Banner County, a very deep team. They go 8, 9, 10 deep. Sometimes Coach Kenny Hessler will actually go to that 10th player. He's not afraid to bring people off the bench at will.
Drive in by Nelson, takes it up against heavy traffic. Ball kept alive for the moment and then dribbled out of bounds by Perlinger. Had a hard time trying to keep that ball under control. As you take a look at the head coach for Paxton, Dale Schroeder. His 10th year, as we mentioned. 4 times to the state tournament, never advanced to the finals, and here they are. Both these teams would be state champions for the first time, depending on who wins here today.
A little surprised to see Paxton come out in a press of their own, but I guess sometimes the best way to break an opposing team's press is to press on your own, and I think that's what the strategy is here early.
Ruiz into the front court on the pass, and now a drive by Nelson to the baseline. Yes. I'm sorry, it was McFadden.
And she's a good player, over 10 points a game, but really the glue that keeps these Tigers together.
Jenna McFadden, 5'10 junior. 2-0 Paxton on the board first with 90 seconds, a little bit more than 90 seconds expired in this one. There's an offensive rebound and a putback by Holly Cross after the miss by Richards. But just like that, back down the floor, here's Nelson. Mandy Nelson, 28 points against Stewart, 20 points against Newcastle. She's had a very good state tournament, leading all state tournament scores in this class. Was that a shot or a pass? Either way, it worked. Shot, the ball went over the top of the rim, and it looked like it could have been either. Nelson again. Oh, boy, can she really tickle the twine when she gets hot. She did there. And a turnover. Scusa.
2-on-1.
And a foul. Brittany Cooper was not about to let anyone get an easy basket, and she'll be called with her first foul.
The player at the line right now, Paloma Ruiz, is an interesting player. Very feisty. Remember seeing her in the state volleyball championships, playing setter and really the catalyst, setting people up, telling people where to go, really guiding her teammates.
Paloma Ruiz, 5'6 senior, very consistent, 3 points, 3 rebounds per game average this season. Had 9 rebounds in the opening win against Stewart. And 7 points yesterday. And Ruiz is on the scoreboard. It's 7-4. Paxton with a 3-point lead here. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Richards up ahead, lob down low, Cross again. Cross has had a knack for being in the right place at the right time in this one so far.
And they keep up this pace. We're going to have a very high-scoring game here, John.
Cross has accounted for all 6 of Banner County's points.
That's Perlinger.
Well, 3 players on this team averaging double figures in scoring, and they've each had a role in this one early on, 9-6. Paxton, Cross again.
Well, I think both teams right now are in their comfort zone. Both teams are pressing, and of course they practice against this every day in practice.
Here's Perlinger again, short. Ball comes back to her, and a foul. 2 shots coming up for Paxton. And the foul will be on Amity Richards. That's her first, 13 foul against the Wildcats. Kelsey Perlinger will go to the free throw line. 16 points against Stewart on day 1. Yesterday scored 11. And she has 3 points early on here today.
Surprising that, both these teams are in D2. They're both from the West, but they've never seen each other before. I think that's surprising.
Well, there's plenty of teams to choose from out there, and including teams from other states that these teams have the option of playing when you're close enough to a border. Open jumper for Cross, trying to make it 10 for 10 in terms of the points. Tie-up called. Ball belongs to Banner County on the alternating possessions. Cross, 44, the young lady who will bring the ball in here, has scored all 8 of the Wildcats' points here early on. Look underneath, couldn't handle the ball, and another tie-up is called. That was very close to being just a straight-out turnover. Officials calling the tie-up, and Paxton will get it right back. You see a lot of tie-ups called, especially in girls basketball here in Nebraska. Running layup through the lane, no by Ruiz. Offensive board, she'll try it again and go to the line to shoot two. Tried to bring the ball up from the waist, couldn't do it. She was hacked.
Not going to give up on that play. Stay with it, follow the shot, and eventually get fouled. That's one thing. I mean, you may not connect on the first one, but as long as you keep your nose to the grindstone, you can get it back and make something out of the play. Here she is at the line.
And she's made her last two. The foul was on Taryn May. That's her first. 4 fouls on Banner County, at least early on, just about halfway through.
And neither one of these teams has won a state championship, and I think that's what makes this game fun. In basketball, both these teams are very hungry.
Outlet pass down the floor, and she walked with it. Kara Hessler, and that's, you know, a natural mistake for a freshman. Not sure exactly what she wanted to do when she got the ball. Didn't know she wanted to put it on the ground or dish it right back off quickly. And that all it takes is that split second of indecision, and you've taken too many steps.
Maybe a little too far out that time from where she wanted to catch the ball.
After substitutions have been made, Lisa Gifford in for Banner County.
Looks like they're going to pick up at half court here, go a half court man-to-man. Let's see how Paxton responds.
In the corner, Nelson underneath, tried to get it to Perlinger, and stepping in front of it was Brittany Cooper. Cooper bounced pass down the floor, snuck it between the defenders. No. Rebound to Paxton, they want to run. Here comes Nelson. Back it up, a quick two. Contact underneath, and the ball was last touched by the Wildcats. Interesting decision there by Danielle Peterson not to try to attack the basket after she caught the pass. I think she assumed that the Wildcats would be back a little bit quicker on defense. Perlinger misses the jump shot inside the foul line. Outlet pass down the floor. Here it comes. From behind, and a block by Perlinger.
I'll tell you what, even though Perlinger makes that block, I mean, the fast break is wide open here in the early going. I mean, the guards are not getting back, and it's making for some easy opportunities for fast breaks.
Well, if the pass would have led the intended receiver, that would have been an easy two. Instead, they'll set up. Rolling off the rim and good. Amity Richards breaks Banner County's brief scoring drought. It's a 2-point game. Paxton with the lead. 3:15 left to play as Nelson takes it to the baseline. Little off balance with the shot. Little body contact underneath. Officials will let him play here. Monteliango in for the Wildcats. She's number 34. Down in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Ideala Monteliango. Through the lane, Cooper. Oh, everything but the bottom of the net.
Boy, Perlinger is tough on that glass.
Cooper, the leading scorer on this team, having some problems getting into this column here, but Banner County is still within 2. Nelson almost threw up a player there. Rebound. An 18-footer, no. Rebound again, and the reach-in foul. And scraping herself off the floor is Lisa Gifford of the Wildcats.
Fouls on number 22, Lisa Gifford, her first personal foul, 15th foul against Banner
That's the
County.
15th foul against Banner County. 2:29 left, D2 championship game. Paxton leads 12-10.
Timeout.
Live coverage of the 2003 State High School Basketball Championships is brought to you in part by
providing insurance and financial services. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Southeast Community College offers more than 40 technical and academic transfer programs and a variety of continuing education classes. There's no limit to what you can do with an education from SCC. The Nebraska Abstinence Education Program, working to prevent teenage pregnancy and the spread of sexually transmitted disease by promoting sexual abstinence until marriage.
Doane College was named a great school at a great price by U.S. News and World Report, offering undergraduate and graduate degrees at campuses in Crete and Lincoln. T.O. Haas Tire, serving Nebraska since 1947. On the web at www.tohastire.com.
Hastings College, where the student comes first. www.hastings.edu.
Early going here, the D2 championship. Ball out of bounds. Paxton will keep it. They lead by 2, 12-10, 2:21 first quarter.
Been a close played game here so far. Still in a way waiting for the battle to shape up between Nelson and Cooper. Cooper of Banner County. And there's Jenna McFadden with 4 points early on. 4-point lead for Banner County. Holly Cross has 8 first quarter points for the Wildcats. Here's Cooper for 3. Missed it, and then on an attempted save by Gifford, the ball went behind the basket. Guards will pick him up at half court. Man-to-man defense played predominantly here by the Wildcats to start this one off. Nelson lost control on the dribble. Gets it back after all that ricocheting around, and then right into the hands of Scusa, Kirsten Scusa. And Paxton is enjoying their biggest lead at 6 points. Cross fouled as she made the turnaround, or tried the turnaround jumper, I should say.
It'll be interesting to see if Paxton stays with this press, I think, throughout the whole game. That's not really what they do best, but it looks like they're going to give it a try here throughout this championship game. But Banner County, really the team that comes out pressing. And, you know, when I talked to Paxton coach Dale Schroeder earlier, he said that was his biggest concern, his team competing with Banner County's press.
Cross misses the first free throw attempt. Cross with 8 points here in this first quarter. Misses both free throws. Nelson for the Tigers, all the way through between defenders, takes it up strong and puts it in.
Beautiful move that time. Did not hesitate, went right to the goal.
And now it's an 8-point lead. Paxton is on the last couple of minutes. Cross, long 2, off the backboard, and a reach-in foul on the freshman, Kara Hessler.
I think in this first quarter, without a doubt, Paxton has dictated the tempo. They've really, you know, when they've wanted the game to slow down, it's slowed down. When they've wanted it to speed up, they've speed up. They have not gotten out of their game. Banner County has not forced them out of their game yet.
Now I believe Banner County will take a timeout, and they will. Kenny Hessler will take a 30-second timeout. The first timeout expired by either of these two teams here today. Minute and 5 left to go in the first quarter. Paxton leads 18-10, and that's a very good point you made, because in a lot of these games when teams haven't seen each other, it's the team that can dictate that pace first and kind of institute what kind of a game it's going to be. The first team that can do that really has the upper hand. We saw that in our last game with West Point Central Catholic, and a pace that for the most part stayed that way the whole way. Paxton has done the same thing here, and after that early surge by Banner County, it's really been Paxton determining how the course of this game is going to be played.
It's almost like a boxing match. If you can land a few blows first, whoever, you know, draws first blood is going to have control of the fight.
Well, we'll see what kind of a punch here Paxton has on this possession. Ruiz looks underneath. They tried to get it to Nelson, and there are the two leading scorers in this game coming in contact with each other for the first time.
Fouls on number 20, Mandy Nelson, her first personal foul.
And Mandy Nelson with her first personal, and it's the third team foul against the Tigers. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Cooper ahead for Monteleongo. Number 34 with the ball. Now Cooper as they work around to Gifford.
And Cooper, John, has not scored. She's the high scorer for Banner County. Right now there's a goose egg by her name.
And as all of the bodies go crashing in underneath, Kelsey Perlinger commits the foul. Fourth team foul against Paxton, her first. Amity Richards will go to the free throw line. The 6'1 sophomore, 8-point average, 7 rebound average this season for the 23-2 Wildcats. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip, and it's a 7-point lead for Paxton. Here they come again. They want to run the floor. Down underneath, Danielle Peterson giving up a lot of height, just 5'5". Puts it up towards the basket, and the foul is going to be on Richards, and that'll be her second.
And that's tough to get that call right before the first quarter. She cannot afford to get in foul trouble. Amity Richards, they need her on the floor at over 18 points a game, but more importantly, quite a defensive presence against players like Perlinger and McFadden. They need her in there.
And she's also the tallest player on the floor for either team, and now she's on the bench with 2 fouls. Missed both ends, 18-11. Banner County could get off the final shot here of this first period of the D2 final. Stoddard.
There's Cooper, top of the key. She's got to look for her shot a little bit more.
All knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they tried to get it underneath for Cross. That's been really their modus operandi in this first half, is to get it underneath to Cross. For Cooper, time running out. Need to get off a shot. Not aware of what the shot clock was doing. And that's the end of the quarter. Mental mistake by the Wildcats. They failed to get off a final shot. 7-point lead for Paxton as we go to the second quarter.
The harmonies. The memories.
I started a joke.
The Bee Gees, one night only.
Monday night at 8:30 Central Time on NETV.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton. In these times, we at Reading Rainbow believe that a great way to connect with your kids and bring your family together is to read with them. You'll not only reassure your children that they have a safe haven, you'll be opening their minds and expanding their horizons as well. So, read for fun, read with your family, and read for a future.
NETV encourages you to share a story with a child today. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Welcome back, Banner County and Paxton. The Tigers hold a 7-point lead beginning second quarter here at Devaney Center.
Still looking for her first points. Brittany Cooper, leading scorer on this team. They get off one shot and nothing. Now they'll run the floor. Nelson, nice hesitation, waited, then puts off an off-balance shot. Offensive board and a foul. And that's going to send Kelsey Perlinger to the line. And I think they're going to get Cross with it. Yes, they will. Holly Cross with her first foul.
First personal foul.
It's already 18 fouls against Banner County, and we've just started the second quarter.
And it's going to be interesting to see how long Amity Richards for Banner County sits on the bench. She's their biggest player, like we said before, and the player at the line, Perlinger, most benefits by her being on the bench.
No doubt about it. Perlinger with 4 points this morning, make it 5. It's now an 8-point lead, biggest lead enjoyed by the Tigers in this battle of Western Nebraska D2 schools. And a turnover as Stoddard just couldn't handle it on the dribble. Dribbled it right into the hands of Paxton. Spin in the lane, Ruiz. A little off balance as she goes through the lane. The Wildcats want to run the floor. Nice decision there by Hessler, the freshman, that time waiting up, get the hands into the ball, get the ball into the hands of your best scorer, and Cooper finally hits.
Finally into the scoring column. It took 9 minutes.
The back the other way for Paxton is Kelsey Perlinger. Perlinger's having a good start. She's already got 7 of Paxton's 21. And here's Nelson causing the defensive pressure, gets the steal. Up ahead it goes for Ruiz. She'll take it in, and hard collision. Both girls down to the floor hard, but I think they're okay.
Ruiz went down hard that time. That's a good way to turn an ankle or twist a knee.
Yeah, and their legs got wrapped up too, and boy, you can do all kinds of nasty things. Ankles, knees, you name it.
And the basketball post is right there too. You see the post. They avoid that collision, although number 32 for Banner County, Taryn May, got to meet the post on that one.
You know, back in the old days here at the Sports Center, the baskets used to be suspended from the ceiling. About...
How long ago was that?
About probably trying to remember if my first year doing the tournament games here on 10-11, if they were still from the ceiling. I don't believe so. It's probably been about a decade since they came down, and I've always wondered, I know there's an appeal to have the baskets on the floor, but in some ways, if I were a player at least, I would much rather have the basket suspended from the ceiling so I don't have to worry about hitting something if I go crashing underneath.
And I'm sure Paloma Ruiz agrees with you.
Troy Frankfurter, our ace producer, reminding me they put them in when the Husker Vision screens went in. The problem is you had those support posts coming in, you couldn't see the screens.
Oh, man.
That makes sense.
Boy, Holly Cross has really stepped up her offensive game here in this championship. She's really been the story for Banner County.
22-15, Paxton.
If Cross has 10 points, she averages 12.
Perlinger taking it in tough, and a foul. I'm sorry, beg your pardon, it was out of bounds. There was a lot of contact under there. Either way, it benefits Banner County. Ooh, and Monteleongo wasn't looking for the ball there for a moment. Here's Cooper. Looks inside, play a little triangle. Catch on the right side of the floor. Open for 2. Taryn May. And Banner County's within 5.
That's what they got to do. This is kind of turning into their tempo. That's what they want.
Near steal by Monteleongo. Missed by Nelson. They want him run the ball down the floor. Cross thought about a shot for a minute. Now looks underneath for Cooper. Comes in. Does a nice job of keeping her body under control, even though she looked like she was flying out of control. Did a nice job getting back down to her feet, setting and shooting. And now it's a 3-point game.
For them to be able to trim this lead with Amity Richards on the bench, this may be a key point in the ball game, John. They've went with the small lineup, and it's benefited them.
And Paxton has seen their lead dwindle away. But back comes Paxton. Kelsey Perlinger with 9 points here in the first half.
Perlinger and McFadden, both about the same height, same size. Both of them great players for Paxton.
Coming up on the halfway mark here in this second quarter, Lisa Gifford makes it 25-21. Tie-up is called. Paxton keeps it on the alternating possession. Timeout on the floor. We will resume action here in a moment with 4 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first half. And we'll be back.
The legends of rhythm, blues, and soul unite for an event 40 years in the making to benefit public television.
I'd like to thank PBS for having this wonderful occasion.
Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
And now, another digital bit with Bob Devaney.
Where will the real benefits of digital TV be realized? In the classroom. Kids can take a virtual field trip. Teachers can use enhanced broadcasts in their lesson plans. And everyone can take classes at home.
Digital TV on PBS isn't just a good idea. It's the future of television.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Paxton and Banner County in a battle here in the Class D2 championship. We're asking for trouble here. If you look up and down Paxton's roster, there's a lot of Perlingers. We're here with Patty Perlinger, the mother of Kelsey. 3 cousins on the team. Talk about this connection and the true cousin love.
They're just cousins, and all the girls are like sisters. They're really close friends, all of them.
Your daughter Kelsey out there, how nervous was she? How nervous were the cousins and the team today? How they handling being in the state championship?
You know, they've held their composure all year, and they just take one game at a time. They looked really relaxed this morning when I saw them.
All right, go take your pictures, get back to watching. Mallory, her dad's the assistant coach, Mike. Her mom keeps score. Incredible connection. Of course, also the Nelson sisters, Drew and John, Mandy and Christy. Back to you. A lot of love, a lot of connections.
Well, and you'll find that throughout state tournament history, a lot of brother-sister, a lot of sister-sister, brother-brother combinations, cousins. I mean, especially when you get into the smaller towns, it really is a family affair, and it's not unusual to see 2 sets of brothers and sisters at the same time, or maybe a generation or 2 apart, and then you throw in the cousins. I mean, when people stick around the homestead, if you will, in these smaller towns out west, they do stick around. Families do stick together, and that's one of the beautiful things about rural Nebraska.
And they don't always have to be players, as Kyle said. They could be coaches, score takers, trainers, water boys, anything.
Exactly. A little bit of everything. If there's ever a family feud, the team ends. There's no more team. 24-22 Paxton. One of the Perlingers had it there for a moment. And now here's Scusa. To Ruiz. Nelson had it knocked away. Keeps it back, then dribbles it off her foot. And Banner County has quietly crawled back to within striking distance, and now they can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3. With 3:28 to play, and the clock right now is not moving. Yeah, they ran a second off. They've had some scoreboard problems here in Devaney the last 3 days. Had to change out a couple of the boards that they use to run the clock and run the score. And well, sometimes those technical things happen.
Double dribble.
Yep, double dribble, and you can credit Brittany Cooper and the freshman Kara Hessler from playing the traffic cones out there and causing that problem. And now Paxton wants to take a timeout. Dale Schroeder wants to burn his first timeout. Banner County's also used one. With 3:13 left, Paxton leads by 2.
Join Donna Dewberry, America's favorite painting instructor, as she presents a painting extravaganza. Using her easy-to-learn one-stroke painting technique, she teaches you how to paint roses on glasses, hydrangea on walls, daisies on platters, wisteria and watermelon on mailboxes, hearts on t-shirts, murals on walls, and much more. It's a painting extravaganza with Donna Dewberry.
Tuesday night at 7 Central Time on NETV.
Every day on PBS Kids, we encourage children to respect others.
Right.
To recognize their own uniqueness. To accept the fact that lots of us are different.
Oscar, you said everything I was going to say.
What do you want from me? I'm a type G personality. G for grouch.
Imagine the possibilities. PBS Kids and you.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
The Wildcats from Banner County, true to form, scratching and clawing, and this is a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
And you mentioned how this run was so important for the Wildcats. because Amity Richards, their tallest player, the 6'1 sophomore, was not on the floor. Well, she's back in the game now as Banner County has made this a closer basketball game. She left the game with 2 fouls, and now the Cats will move into zone. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Paxton only up by 2 now. They've led by as many as 8. But try to get it down low. Nice poise, and again, Kelsey Perlinger is just having a fantastic day. 11 points here in this first half. She averages 13. She's nearly met her per-game average here in the first 16 minutes.
She's 4 of 6 from the floor, too. Very efficient from the floor.
Contested jump shot by May. And a foul off the loose ball. Kara Hessler has picked up her 3rd, and that's team foul number 10. So guess what? Double bonus the rest of the way here in this first half for the Tigers. And at the free throw line, it's been the star of this first half, Kelsey Perlinger. 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line. She's already got a double-double in this game of 11 points and 10 rebounds, and we have 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, she had a tremendous game in the state volleyball championship at Pershing back in November, so she's a big-time player. May not put up the big numbers during the year, although she does average 13 points a game. That's no slouch for high school girls basketball, but still, she's capable of elevating her play here in championship games.
And gets the nice roll around the rim, and Paxton's lead is back up to 6. Contact in the backcourt, no call. Monteleongo. Brittany Cooper, who's had just 2 points here in this first half. Nice assist, though, underneath to Amity Richards. You've got to see that combination start to click if you want to try to neutralize what Kelsey Perlinger has done in this first half.
2-3 zone by Banner County.
Try to trap there. Ball laid down on the floor. Paxton wanted to travel, didn't get it, and Jenna McFadden takes it up and in.
We are seeing the total arsenal of Jenna McFadden and Kelsey Perlinger. They score. They can put the ball on the floor. They can shoot a jump shot. They're tough on the offensive glass. They can score in all sorts of ways.
McFadden has 6, so the two have combined for 19 points. 30-24, jump shot missed, but a foul on the shot, and Richards will go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Kirsten Scusa. 6th foul on Paxton. We have a minute and a half to go before halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll reveal the D2 Coaches All-State team. And also talked with one of our 2 coaches. Actually, by the time halftime's done, we'll have met with both of them, find out what their mindset is going into the second half. Amity Richards draws Banner County within 5.
Paxton has done well getting it to McFadden and getting it to Perlinger. There it is again.
McFadden now with 8 points, 32-25. Boy, those two have just been a tear, Perlinger and McFadden.
I was just about to say, not much in the way of jump shooting for Paxton, but right now they really don't need it.
That's old-fashioned basketball. Moved to the hole by Cooper. And I believe we'll have free throws coming up here. That would be the, yeah, it is. I beg your pardon. I thought the foul was going to be on Paxton. Instead, Paxton's going to shoot free throws. And that's the second foul on Holly Cross, who has gone very silent here since scoring Banner County's first 8 points. Here's Jenna McFadden.
Check it in for Paxton, number 24 from the Loma Ruiz, and in for
33-25 now.
22, Lacey Gifford.
Rolls off the rim, the rebound to Richards. Under a minute to go. Banner County trailing by 8. Monteleongo.
And that time Perlinger fell down. She could not contest that shot.
33-27. Paxton with the 6-point advantage here. 40 seconds left, and they turn it over. That's the 10th turnover against Paxton here in this first half. We'll see if Banner County plays for the final shot here.
Job staying patient on the offensive end. They just haven't been able to control the front line of Paxton.
And that time they got the ball to Richards. Richards caught it between defenders, took it by them both, and draws Banner County back within 4. 10 seconds left. Time winding down here before halftime. Peterson. 2 seconds left. Peterson's going to have to put up a desperation 3, and it's no good. So Banner County has brought this game within 4 here at the halftime break. Paxton leads it 33-29, and I can guarantee you that Banner County and Kenny Hessler are going to come up with some way to try to slow down this inside game by Paxton as we go down courtside now to Kyle D'Elia.
Thanks, John Drew. Coach, interested in the tempo. I'm sure a lot of fans are. Is it what you like, and how do you go about controlling it?
Yeah, it's what we like, you know, up-tempo game. Really, both teams are doing it. We just need to take care of the ball and be more aggressive at the basket second half.
Go get with your girls. We'll look forward to a great second half.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're at break here. Thank you, Coach. Paxton 33, Banner County for Coach Hessler 29. We're coming back with more halftime activities of Class D2 action.
Hi, I'm Steve Graziano, Program Manager of NETV. During this break in the action, I'd like to encourage you to join our membership organization, Nebraskans for Public Television. Your membership helps fund programs like the high school basketball finals that you're watching right now. You can become a member by calling 800-676-5446. When you call, we'll offer you the following benefits of membership. Join at the $60 level and we'll send you the NETV coffee mug. At $90, you'll receive this sturdy, insulated NETV travel mug for your car or office. On your way to work, carry your own NETV tote bag. The NETV logo tote is yours with a membership at the $120 level. At $240, we'll send you a unique, high-quality denim shirt with the NETV logo embroidered in red. That's just $20 a month at the $240 level. And with every membership at $60 or more, you'll also receive the NPTV PRNF member card. Members receive special benefits from organizations and businesses throughout the entire state. You'll also receive a discount on program-related products at our online member store. Just go to mynptv.org/members. Call now, 800-676-5446. Thank you for becoming a member of Nebraskans for Public Television. Sit back and enjoy the rest of the game.
Backed by popular demand, the Irish Tenors return in this special concert event. Taped in Belfast, Ireland, Finbar Wright joins tenors Ronan Tynan, Anthony Kearns, and special guest John McDermott for an evening of sweet sounds and magical melodies. You won't want to miss the Irish Tenors live from Belfast.
Coming March 16th at 8 Central Time on NETV.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Paxton leading Banner County 33-29 at halftime as we salute the girls who have made this year's 10-11 Coaches All-State team. Pretty good lineup here. We'll go with the three-guard look with Tracy, Brittany, and Natalie. And keep in mind that Natalie Stout of Niobrara is just a sophomore, so we may see her name on this list another couple of years. Unfortunately for both Tracy and Natalie, they lost out in the sub-district finals. But the other three girls, Brittany Cooper, Mandy Nelson, Nicole McLeod, all made it here to the state tournament with Thedford losing out in the quarterfinals. But some very good play here by all of these. And, of course, today Cooper and Nelson being featured here in the state championship game. And though that battle never has really materialized between those two yet, most of the scoring coming in that first half by the duo of McFadden and Perlinger for Paxton, I have a feeling at some point we're going to see those two All-Staters make an impact on this state championship game. Paxton 33, Banner County 29. We are at halftime of the Class D2 state championship game here on 10-11 in the 27th year of the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
Monday night at 7 Central Time on NETV.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. He needs no introduction.
I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling around the bend.
He's one of country and rock music's greatest entertainers.
I don't know when.
Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
Join us as we pay tribute to the Man in Black.
It's that orange blossom special, bringing my baby back.
Don't miss Johnny Cash, the Anthology.
Tuesday night at 10:30 Central Time on NETV. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Let's look at the stats for today's D2 championship game here at halftime. As you take a look at the team totals individually, Kelsey Perlinger and Jenna McFadden combining for 22 of those 33 Paxton points. Perlinger with 13, McFadden with 9. For Banner County, they're led by Holly Cross, who scored 8 points in the first quarter, 2 points in the second. She has 10 for Banner County. 33-29, Paxton leads it. We'll be back with the second half in a minute.
This month, Nebraska connects you and taxes. I'm Mike Tobias, and NETV will help you get through tax season. Join us on Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central for tax tips. We'll have tax experts in our studio ready to take your phone calls and give you the advice you need. This tax season, be more prepared as we connect you with the experts with tax tips. Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central Time, live on NETV.
What makes a difference in a child's life? It's the lessons they learn, the friendships that they make, and the time I give. I try my best to help, to get her ready, ready to try, ready to learn, ready for life. Because it's the time we spend together and the friends we meet along the way that make all the difference.
My name is Anne Shirley. Anne spelled with me.
It's a name Green Gables will never forget. Join this imaginative little girl on adventures filled with laughter, tears, and plenty of mischief. Don't miss Anne of Green Gables.
Sunday morning at 11 Central Time on NETV. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Coach Dale Schroeder's Paxton Tigers trying to win a state title, move to 24-0. Coach, I guess you like your offense. Is it about defensive adjustments,
Right
shutting
now,
Banner County
yeah,
down?
right now we're not moving very well defensively. We need to close some gaps they're finding. They do a good job of exploiting those kinds of things on the teams they've played, so we hope we made the right adjustments, and we'll see what comes from it.
All right, go get back with your
Thanks.
team. Paxton up 4 points. We're coming back with second half action of the D2 championship game.
From American experience, a courtroom battle, creationism versus evolution, a media circus.
These two giants were coming down to fight over whether humans came from monkeys.
He was going to defend the word of God.
It would change history. Monkey Trial on American Experience.
Watch Monkey Trial, produced by NETV. March 17th at 8 Central Time on NETV.
That's the news from Lake Wobegon. So all the women are strong, all the men are good looking, and all the children are above average.
Saturdays at 5 Central Time on Nebraska Public Radio.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For 16 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid applications. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center on this 27th championship Saturday of girls state basketball. This tournament began in 1977, and the quality of play in girls basketball in this state has seemed to step up levels almost with each passing generation of ball players. And this year we've just seen some great athletes here so far, and we still have 4 more games to go after this one. So we look forward to bringing them to you all here on KOLN, KGIN here in Lincoln, Grand Island, and across the state on the Nebraska ETV network. It has been a couple of close games at halftime, but as we saw in our last game, West Point Central Catholic took things over in the third quarter. In particular, All-State player Allison Steffen. There are a couple of All-State players in this game. The question is, between Nelson and Brittany Cooper, which one do you think might take this game over?
That's right. The third quarter is usually the most important, whether it's football or basketball. The team that comes out of the locker room and is ready to go on their run, that's usually the team that wins the game.
Well, that was not what Mandy Nelson had in mind to start the second half, a traveling call. A very quiet first half. Nelson did have 6 points, but was just 3 of 10 shooting. Cooper for Banner County had just 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting. Been inside play more than anything else that has provided the points in this one. And Banner County going to play a deliberate style here. Shot partially blocked, taken away by Nelson. Nelson with the block and the steal. Down the floor, Perlinger gets some separation. Yes.
And she did not hesitate. You know, she's one of the biggest players on the floor for Paxton. But that time when she got the ball in the backcourt, she had no hesitation racing with it, dribbling it, and pulling up for a shot, looking like a guard.
And she did a nice job of keeping her hand out there and using a little bit of the arm to get some separation between her and Cooper. Cooper tries to retaliate on the offensive side. Tie-up is called, and Banner County will get it on the alternating possession.
Boy, Perlinger right there is just all over the place. On the boards, in the passing lanes, flashing to the ball. Right now, the MVP of this game so far.
Rolls in and out, no. Tried to save it, but she stepped out of bounds, did Taryn May.
Surprised not to see Banner County press more. Looks like they're going to go with a half-court man-to-man, but they've really not pressed and really stayed with it for any amount of time, I guess you could say.
Perlinger again. This time tied up by Cross. Just about got the jump ball call. Perlinger 5'11", Cross 5'9". It almost looks like it's even more of an advantage than that. Usually in the program they overestimate the size, but when you look at Cross and Perlinger, it looks like there's more than just 2 inches of difference there between the two. Kara Hessler, the freshman. 3 fouls in the first half. Their first 2 here in the second. Running layup, yes. Paloma Ruiz.
Seen her take the ball to the basket a bunch of times. Once she sees a crease in the defense, she's going to exploit it.
5:50 left third quarter. A look underneath, tried to get the pass to Hessler, and it ticked off her hands out of bounds. Just a bad pass trying to go inside. Paloma Ruiz brings the offense into the front court. Jenna McFadden. Nelson trying to find some room. Shot was partially blocked as crashing to the floor goes Kara Hessler. The other way, here comes the all-skater, yes, Brittany Cooper. Almost a steal in the backcourt as Cooper causing some pressure on Ruiz. Senior on senior.
Cooper has not scored many points, but she has not forced many shots either. She's really being selective in her opportunities.
5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Here's Nelson, blocked. Last touched by the Wildcats. Paxton will retain possession. Amity Richards. Perlinger, nice head fake.
Yikes.
Oh, and she came up hobbling too, and she's grimacing.
Yeah, I think she came down on her ankle after that shot. You could tell. I think maybe she may need a sub here.
Well, she gets her hand on the ball for a moment, but Cross still gets off a shot. Open three, yes!
And she's starting to get going. She's starting to feel it. Cooper having a lot of confidence in herself.
It's as close as it's been here for a little while with 4:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Drive in. Foul's going to be on the floor, no shot.
And I was surprised, the first half Cooper, although I did say she's been selective with her shot, she really didn't look for that three-pointer. She's had that shot, and just now she's starting to take it, and as you can see, the results are positive.
Coming in for the Wildcats is Lisa Gifford. 4:14 left here in the third quarter. Paxton trying to get an undefeated season. Ball was last touched by Gifford. And again, the Tigers will have to inbound. Right of their basket. Jump shot short. Cross with a rebound. Foul over the back against Kirsten Scusa. And that's the first foul of the second half against Paxton. Comes with 4:06 left to play here in the third quarter.
Banner County, they've been surprising here in this third quarter. They have come out and seized the momentum.
Cooper gets the errant pass. Gifford and Cooper now playing catch, and Cooper shouting out instructions to her teammates. Paxton backing down in that zone defense. Looks underneath. Puts it on the floor once, throws up the shot. Amity Richards wasn't much of a shot. It may have been partially deflected as she was in there in traffic.
Here comes Perlinger back in the game. Looked like she was shaken up for a while, needed a quick blow. Looks like she's okay to go for the rest of the way.
Yeah, they will definitely need her. She's been a big factor in this game. 17 points here this morning. Technically now we're this afternoon. So welcome to lunchtime, everyone. D2 state championship here on 10-11. Between defenders, and she lost the ball. had the ball on her hip, stripped away by Cross. With 3:14 left here in the third, we'll take time out of the D2 State Championship. Paxton leading Banner County.
You're watching NETV.
The harmonies. The memories.
I started a joke.
The Bee Gees. One night only.
Monday night at 8:30 Central Time on NETV.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton. In uncertain times, there's no more effective way to make your kids feel good and safe than to spend time with them. We at Reading Rainbow suggest sharing a book with your family. Read for fun, read for family, read for our future.
NETV encourages you to share a story with a child today. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Banner County's come to play in this second half, now trailing just by 3. Paxton, though, with the ball, 3 minutes to go.
Double dribble. Jenna McFadden, who has not scored here in this second half. She had 9 in the first. Commits the turnover, and now Banner County with a 3 would tie this. They have only attempted 2 threes, both out of the hands of Cooper. His team does not shoot a lot of threes. In fact, they were 1 of 2 yesterday, 2 of 3 on day 1. And they are 1 of 2 today. Inside, down low. And there's Holly Cross. The offense from the first quarter back here in the third. It's a 1-point game. Back the other way. Nelson, no. Rebound, Banner County. And then a tie-up. And they're going to say last touched by Perlinger. Mallory Perlinger, 34. As you heard from Kyle, lots of Perlingers on this team, and yes, they're blood, they're relation.
There's that shot again. See, she's got it. She's not really looking for the 3. That's open.
There's a 3. Interesting shot by Ideala Monteleongo. She kind of brings it up from the waist and throws it up there. And it was short.
And that's a situation, you know, Monteleongo's played outstanding minutes here, but I'd much rather have Cooper take that shot that's open than Monteleongo. I mean, Cooper's got to look for that shot.
39-38. Paxton with the 1-point lead here. Nelson, open 3, not taken by Perlinger. That's not her shot anyway. Perlinger again. That time she thought about it, just inside the arc. They're really sealing it off now. Perlinger is not getting opportunities underneath. She's trying to cut in and find some room, but there's nothing there. And then bodies collide and a turnover.
Yeah, you see,
and 2 Wildcats end up on the deck.
The quickness of Banner County causing all sorts of problems for Paxton right now on the offensive end.
Banner County, I believe this would be their first lead. No. Loose on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? Cross just standing back there, almost playing back in the zone. Cooper, though, cannot get the Wildcats over the hump. 1-point difference here. Down the front court, Paxton underneath. Nice feed, Nelson, yes.
Oh, boy, that's a tough break that time for Banner County. They had their opportunities to take the lead in this game, and they let it get away from them right there. Paxton, you can't keep giving them chances because they're going to capitalize.
And now Banner County and head coach Kenny Hessler wants to take a timeout. With 1 minute and 3 left to play here in the third quarter, it will be a full timeout from the Wildcats, 41-38. It's been a clean play third quarter, just 2 fouls on Banner County, 1 on Paxton. Just taking a look at some of the other team stats, Paxton's turned the ball over 14 times. Banner County has only turned it over 8 times. So when they've been able to do something with the ball, they've not given it up easily. And we talked so much about Kelsey Perlinger in the first half. She already had the double-double in the first half. She's had 4 points here in the second, but they have not let her get in position underneath the basket where she pulled down all those rebounds. She has yet to get a board here in the second half, and only a couple of points.
And they haven't given up any points to Jenna McFadden, her front court mate. So I think when you put it all together, Banner County's done a good job neutralizing that front line. And that's what they had to do, because if you take a look at the Wildcats, you know, aside from their player down low, Amity Richards, there's not much size down there. So neutralizing the front line of Paxton, very key in this game.
Wildcat basketball, 63 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Time and score on the bottom of your screen. A look underneath.
Nice.
Yes! Cross, high off the glass. Has she had anything that didn't at least touch the back of the glass?
She's got to start calling that. That's not fair.
And a foul's going to be on Cross as she was not set defensively. And that will send the All-Stater Mandy Nelson to the free throw line.
It's always a good idea to use the backboard, but sometimes when you're at a 45-degree angle and you're 10 feet out, it's not the easiest thing to do.
You know, she's managed to do it here, and very consistently throughout the morning. She has 14 points. That's a couple points above her average. Mandy Nelson makes the first of two. Nelson now with 9 points. Trying to make it a three-point game.
And I wouldn't be surprised in this final quarter to see her be more assertive offensively. Nelson has been really quiet here in this game.
Monteleongo looking for a place to take the ball. Baseline, they want to look underneath. Boy, hard-fought game underneath, and Richards playing back from beyond the basket, takes it in.
And isn't it nice to have a big person like that be able to step out and hit a jump shot?
And for the first time for a long time, we are tied, and now Banner County has a chance to take the lead, and if I'm not mistaken, it would be for the first time today. It's never been more than an 8-point spread. But Banner County has just never been able to get this close, and now they are. And they can take the lead before the buzzer here to end the third quarter. 10 seconds left. Gifford, Monteleongo. Cooper will take the long three and won't get it. Rebound to McFadden, and that will end the third period. We are dead even in the Class D2 championship here on 10-11.
Backed by popular demand, the Irish Tenors return in this special concert event. Taped in Belfast, Ireland, Finbar Wright joins tenors Ronan Tynan, Anthony Kearns, and special guest John McDermott for an evening of sweet sounds and magical melodies. You won't want to miss the Irish Tenors live from Belfast.
Coming March 16th at 8 Central Time on NETV.
And now, another digital bit with Bob Devaney.
People talk about seeing the big picture. New widescreen TVs let you do just that. Widescreen images are 33% bigger than normal. So we letterbox them to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Digital TV isn't just a good idea, it's the future of television.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Final quarter deadlocked at 42. Paxton, Banner County, sit back, relax, and enjoy what should be a great final quarter of basketball here in D2.
Well, we talked about the All-Staters in the open. Really, right now, the battle has not materialized, but again, here's McFadden, kept quiet the whole third quarter. Comes back, scores her first points of the second half, and gives Paxton the lead right back, and now pressure in the backcourt. 10-second count is still on, has to throw a desperation lob to try to break the count, and it goes out of bounds.
You see just coming out of that timeout, though, or that quarter break, McFadden wanted the ball down low. She got kind of taken out of her game there for a little bit. It's amazing how Paxton really, their flow kind of dictated by their front line of Perlinger and McFadden.
Paxton with a chance to build on that one possession lead. Ooh, Nelson thought about three. She's only attempted one three-pointer in this state tournament. She'll take it inside, however. Tries to follow her shot. Ball stripped out of the hands of Cooper, and a tie-up is called. Banner County gets it on the alternating possession. Taryn May now in off of Kenny Hessler's bench. Banner County 23-2, Paxton 23-0. Banner County trying to become the first Panhandle team to win a D2 title in 14 years. McFadden keeps it alive. Oh, nice move by Nelson, yes! She almost had the ball taken out of her hands, almost traveled with it, threw up the shot, and goes down. And we have a foul at midcourt. And that's All-Stater on All-Stater. Actually, it's going to be on Ruiz, as Paxton has expanded the lead out to 4. Gifford wants to go to the baseline, has to stop outside. Cooper pulls in from 15, no. Outlet pass down the floor, and there's nobody back defensively. Nelson will have it easy.
She's the player that had been quiet going into the final quarter, and she's exploded for 4 points here early in the fourth, and Paxton has taken control of the quarter.
6:17 to play. Paxton back up by 6.
Monday night at 7 Central Time on NETV.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton. In uncertain times, there's no more effective way to make your kids feel good and safe than to spend time with them. We at Reading Rainbow suggest sharing a book with your family. Read for fun, read for family, read for our future.
NETV encourages you to share a story with a child today. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
In what has been a back-and-forth battle, Paxton, the latest run. Coming out here in the fourth quarter, they lead by 6. Just over 6 minutes to go here for the D2 championship.
They almost got the turnover on the trap. Cooper takes it in, Cross with the rebound. She's fouled. All 6 points here in this period have been scored by Paxton. Banner County will now go to the line to try to stop that trend. That's just the 3rd foul against Paxton. Banner County also with just 3 fouls as we're into the first 2 minutes of the final quarter.
I think in this final 6 minutes, the advantage has got to be with Paxton because they've got the 2 players up front, McFadden and Perlinger. They're playing very well. Nelson has picked up the pace here in the fourth quarter. For Banner County, there hasn't really been a consistent offensive threat. Although everybody's contributed, nobody's really been consistent.
Both missed free throws, and now Banner County is 3 for 10 at the free throw line. That statistic could come back to haunt the Wildcats. Kenny Hessler said yesterday, he even predicted in no uncertain terms that he wouldn't be surprised to see Banner County fall behind early, then get into a rhythm, get back in the game, and then win it. As Nelson rattles one down.
There you go, Nelson once again, 6 points in this fourth quarter. Really the difference in this game right now.
And 15 points for the game. You were wondering which of the All-Staters was going to step to the floor. We just found out. And a block from behind by McFadden as Cross thought for a moment she was going to go uncontested. And McFadden emphatically says no. Watch this. Bam. Banner County down 8. Scoreless so far here in the third quarter after forcing a tie, the first tie since 0-0.
Paxton coach Dale Schroeder, too, has been up the entire game.
Now back on the board come the Wildcats. 50-44.
See if they keep going to Nelson, or do they try and get Perlinger back on the blocks?
Well,
Or McFadden.
Right now, Perlinger's playing outside the arc.
Right.
They're sending McFadden through, and a double dribble is called. Turnover against Paxton. That is their 16th turnover of the day.
And for Paxton, number 12, Danielle Peterson.
Danielle Peterson now in, as you see one of the two Perlingers on the bench. Getting some instructions from Dale Schrader off camera. Open for two. Nice box out there by McFadden. She knew that no one else had touched the ball, so she just got her body in front and refused to let Banner County get that ball.
It's not always the points contributing to a win. There's a lot of other things, and there was one of them right there.
50-44. Paxton with 4:25 left. Here comes Nelson.
Oh, John.
Uncontested.
She wants the ball right now, and she's not hesitating, looking like the 18-point-a-game score coming into this game.
She has answered the challenge here in the second half. A big reason why Paxton now leads by 8. Look underneath, and again a steal. Outlet down the floor. Nelson got turnaround, got it back, puts it up and scores. It's a 10-point game, and Banner County is in big trouble here. Cooper between defenders. She wants to respond and does. The 5'8 senior gets the big one, and now pressure in the backcourt after a near turnover on the pass. Nice job by McFadden.
And Nelson was wide open that time, but they didn't see her. Now they see her, and they throw it away.
And Cooper was the one that started that. She got the deflection. Now into the front court. They look for the lob down low, and a bad pass. There were too many defenders near cross, and a mistake by Richards. Into the front court. Here comes Cross. They look underneath. Great pass. Jenna McFadden and Mandy Nelson teaming up there.
And you know the weird thing about Nelson's points, they've all been layups. They've all been easy shots, either off turnovers or just running the floor. And there's a turnover. She gets the steal. She has taken over this game in the fourth quarter.
56-46. Uncontested. Here comes Perlinger. Banner County needs a timeout, and they take it right here with 2:51 left. And you can see the frustration on Kenny Hessler's face. Back with more in a minute.
Join Donna Dewberry, America's favorite painting instructor, as she presents a painting extravaganza. Using her easy-to-learn one-stroke painting technique, she teaches you how to paint roses on glasses, hydrangea on walls, daisies on platters, wisteria and watermelon on mailboxes, hearts on t-shirts, murals on walls, and much more. It's a painting extravaganza with Donna Dewberry.
Tuesday night at 7 Central Time on NETV.
We can't prove Beethoven can make your day any better, but it's worth a try. Classical music and NPR News. NPRN, border to border, Nebraska's NPR station.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
We're back here, the D2 Championship. Paxton has turned it into a Tiger-like game, running the break, and it has been Mandy Nelson in this fourth quarter. Easy shot after easy shot.
She has really come to play here in the second half after having a very lackadaisical first half, relatively speaking. Oh, and they call the foul, the reach in on Cooper. Cooper shakes her head and says that should be a tie-up. By the way, the possession arrow belongs to Paxton. That's just the second foul on Cooper. And just the 15th foul of the second half against Banner County. You know, all of this action that's been going on, and you only have 8 combined fouls in this second half. The officials have really let them play here, and both teams have not gotten too careless. Oh, great ball movement. Never touches the floor.
But Mandy Nelson's just having fun. I mean, she's the recipient of every break right now.
And now the biggest lead of the day, intense pressure. And it was close. Monteleongo nearly lost it out of bounds. Great defense by Paxton. They have turned up the intensity here in this fourth quarter. Banner County is just 4 points in this period, while Paxton has scored 18. Cooper for three. In and out, falling down as she shoots.
Again, this is unbelievable.
But Nelson this time, instead of trying to force the issue, realizes the situation and slows it up. And remember, Banner County still has a foul to give before they send Paxton to the free throw line. So if they're going to start fouling, they've got to do it now. Time is running out.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're not fouling yet. And about 25 seconds have run off the clock here. And they still have to foul one more time to send them to the free throw line. Still no one fouling. Time running off the clock. Someone's got to foul here. And finally, Holly Cross goes in, but Andrew, 30 seconds ran off the clock.
Yeah, it's tough to explain that for Banner County. I think they clearly look like right now a team that's never really been in that situation all season where they've had to foul, you know, being down over 10 points.
Boy, what great sportsmanship just shown there by Paxton as Holly Cross fouls out, and at least 3 Paxton players, as Cross is trying to get to her bench, stopped her to shake her hand. And there she is, Holly Cross done. And after that great first quarter, Cross fouling out with 14 points. Boy, it's tough too. You needed someone to foul, and to lose someone like Cross who averages in double figures, so many opportunities.
Tough thing also, right now, they're not in the penalty, so they have to keep fouling in order to force free throws to hopefully get the ball back.
They've got to foul, and Kenny Hessler is just, he can't believe what he's seeing. He's waiting for the foul. They are not calling the foul. There are a couple of times they've reached in. This is one of the rare times you'll see a coach say, "Why aren't you calling the foul on us?" There were a couple of times where maybe we would have seen it. There was a near tie-up in there. But again, almost 30 seconds run off the clock. And Paxton has essentially milked this one away with a 14-point lead and just 63 seconds left. It looks like this one's over.
All comes down to free throws right now. And McFadden is the type of player you want the ball in her hands at the line.
And McFadden now with 13 points, 3 players in double figures. Nelson with 23, Perlinger with 19, and McFadden with 13, or 12, I beg your pardon. Lindsay Perlinger, the third of 3 Perlingers on this roster now in the game. And we may see the benches clear here in a little bit. Down quickly the other way. Monteleongo will take it in herself. Layup no, rebound to Paxton, and this one ought to do it. This game is pretty much over. Kenny Hessler still throwing up his arms saying, "Where's the foul? Where's the foul?" Somebody foul, but it's over now. Might as well let them run out the clock, and now they'll get the foul on Cooper. And now we're going to see the bench clear off of Paxton, and I'm sure we'll see Banner County do the same thing.
This game could not have gone any better for Paxton. They did exactly what they wanted to do. Paloma Ruiz, a nice job running the point, picking her spots offensively. Perlinger had an outstanding first half. McFadden was effective when she needed to be, and when the game was on the line in the fourth quarter, Mandy Nelson took the game over.
No doubt about it. What a second half she had. I believe, if I remember right, she had 6 points in the first half. She has 23 for the game. It was actually a timeout, not a foul. Timeout taken to allow the subs to come in. Mass substitutions for Paxton. Devin Schultz, Jill Crabb, Madison Holtz, Christy Nelson, and Lindsay Perlinger, all subs in there now for Paxton. We'll get the foul this time and the free throws. Starters are still in there for Banner County, whose season will come to a disappointing end. And for Paxton, We talk about these volleyball, basketball doubles. Now Paxton's about to do it here too. First of the 1-and-1 miss. Banner County down 15. Final 30 seconds here, ticking away at the D2 championship. Monteleongo misses the three. Clock stopped with 24 seconds left.
Fouls on number 30, Alicia Leaks.
So for Paxton,
19 foul against Banner County.
4 straight trips to this tournament. Never got this far in their 3 previous years. This time they'll take it all the way.
And for Banner County, still an outstanding season. They're going to finish up at 23-2. I mean, this nothing to hang your heads about. We'll definitely be back.
Well, you take a look for the Wildcats. Brittany Cooper, the All-Stater, a senior. Holly Cross, a senior. Monteleongo, a senior. Gifford and Stoddard, so there's going to be some replacing to do, no doubt about it. But there are still some experienced players on this team who will be back next season for the Wildcats. But for Paxton, well, what a trip it's been for Mandy Nelson. The senior will go out as a state champion. But Kelsey Perlinger, the first half star of this game, will be back, among others. And now we'll see some substitutions in for the Cats. Megan Cross, Whitney Whitler, Alicia Lease, Kelsey Knab, all in now for the Wildcats. But they'll leave the senior out there. They want Brittany Cooper to finish her stellar career on the floor, and that's what they're going to allow her to do. Disappointing end for her season, as we'll have free throws here by Christy Nelson.
And free throw line for Paxton, number 10, Madison Holtz, shooting 2 shots.
Smiles all around for Paxton.
That's great to see. Get into the scoring column.
Madison Holes, I beg your pardon, at the free throw line. Madison, just 7 points all season. That's her 8th. But she'll say she scored in the state championship, won by her Paxton Tigers. (63-46), Paxton pulls away in the 4th quarter, holding Banner County to just 4 points. Back with the medal presentations and the sportsmanship award after this.
My name is Ann Shirley. Ann spelled with me.
It's a name Green Gables will never forget. Join this imaginative little girl on adventures filled with laughter, tears, and plenty of mischief. Don't miss Anne of Green Gables.
Sunday morning at 11 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Paxton, a first-time state champion, 63-46 as they defeat Banner County and cap off an undefeated season at 24-0. As we will do for every medal presentation, we will also present the Sportsmanship Award from the Athletic Administrators and the Nebraska Coaches Association. Here's the D2 winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska Coaches Association and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support the positive aspects of high school athletics. Good sportsmanship is a key factor in our philosophy, and at this time, we are pleased to present the Class D2 Sportsmanship Award. These beautiful awards are graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. Making the presentation and representing the Nebraska Coaches Association is Bill Carlin of Adams Central High School. And representing the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association is Steve Yackel of Millard West High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class D2 Sportsmanship Award winner is Thedford High School. Representing Thedford High School is Athletic Director Dave Young. Congratulations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. The awards will be presented by NSAA Board of Control members Leroy Kundle of Baird and Mike Troxel of Sutherland. They will be assisted by U.S. Bank Representative Dolores Teraway. First, here are the awards for the 2003 Class D2 runner-up from Banner County High School. Will head coach Kenny Hessler and your assistant step toward to the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each member of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 12, Kara Hessler. Number 14, Megan Cross. Number 20, Kelsey Canal. Number 22, Lisa Gifford. Number 24, Hillary Stoddard. Number 30, Alicia Lease. Number 32, Taryn May. Number 34, Idalia Matalongo. Number 40, Brittany Cooper. Number 42, Whitney Whitler. Number 44, Holly Cross. And number 50, Amity Richards. Now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Banner County High School. Class D2 state runner-up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions from Paxton High School. First, head coach Del Schroeder, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Madison Holtz. Number 12, Danielle Peterson. Number 14, Christy Nelson. Number 20, Mandy Nelson. Number 22, Kirsten Scusa. Number 24, Paloma Ruiz. Number 30, Jenna McFadden. Number 32, Kelsey Perlinger. Number 34, Mallory Perlinger. Number 40, Jill Crabb. Number 42, Lindsay Perlinger. and number 44, Devin Schultz. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the state championship trophy. Congratulations to the Tigers of Paxton High School, the Class D2 state basketball champions.
Happy days indeed. Volleyball championship aside, this one means a whole lot too. And folks from out west, out in Paxton, came a long way to see this one, and they were rewarded with a 17-point victory, 63-46 our final score. Let's go now courtside with the runner-up coach, Kenny Hessler of Banner County. He's with Kyle. We'll be there in just a second as Paxton is taking their team photos. They'll be headed back one way for interviews. We'll go the other way and now talk to Kyle. Kyle?
Thanks, John. Mr. Kenny Hessler, Banner County runner-up coach. You were really right there. Just one run. I mean, you were right on the fringe.
Yeah, we really were, you know, tied up going into the fourth quarter. Thought things were looking good, and they came out and probably had a 10, 12 nothing run on us, and, you know, that's what did it. But, you know, my heart's out for all our kids. They played their hearts out for 3 days here, and, you know, nobody really gave them a chance, and we were here till the end, and 3 or 4 minutes, you know, it would have been a different story.
That's the direction we go in here. It really is positive. 21 wins. Kind of a scrappy blue-collar ball club, your young ladies.
Yeah, they really are. They work hard in practice. They give it their all, and, you know, what can I say? They're great student athletes.
A little bit more. We're going to talk family connection. I probably got myself in trouble was trying to talk about Paxton's family connection in 30 seconds. Maybe not an old story, Coach Hessler, but the enrollment size you shared that you grew up in Banner County coaching the girls. You coach your daughter. You coach football. That's a special, unique bond, and it's a special opportunity. Talk about some of that.
It really is. You know, I coach football, basketball, I coach track. It just brings everything together. I know each athlete, how they work, and it just really bond together.
You made your team and community proud. Thanks for stopping by, Coach Hessler. Coach's daughter, Kara, some distant cousins, the Crosses. Banner County, a great season. Paxton, your D2 champ, runner-up Paxton. We're coming up back after the break.
The legends of rhythm, blues, and soul unite for an event 40 years in the making to benefit public television.
I'd like to thank PBS for having this wonderful occasion.
Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Live coverage of the 2003 State High School Basketball Championships is brought to you in part by
Peru State College is recognized for teaching excellence in business, education, arts and sciences, and professional studies. On the web at peru.edu.
NC Plus Hybrids and your local NC Plus dealer. Independent, farmer-owned, NC Plus.
Choose your future at Nebraska's community colleges. Central, Metro, Mid-Plains, Northeast, Southeast, or Western Nebraska community colleges.
Nursing, a career for a lifetime. On the web at centerfornursing.org. This message made possible by Johnson & Johnson, the campaign for nursing's future.
Committed to critical inquiry, imaginative learning, and teaching excellence, Nebraska Wesleyan University has been recognized as the best liberal arts college in Nebraska.
E10 Unleaded with ethanol helps Nebraska and its communities. Nebraska farmers and others who support E10 Unleaded with ethanol say, let's get with it, Nebraska.
The final numbers from today's Class D2 championship game. Really, the difference was the fourth quarter. Banner County had fought and fought and fought to a 42-all tie and then managed just 4 points in the final 8 minutes while Paxton pulls away to the victory. For the champion Tigers, Mandy Nelson, the All-Stater, 23 points. Kelsey Perlinger had a double-double at halftime, finishes with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Jenna McFadden with 12. For Banner County, The All-Stater Brittany Cooper held to 11 points. Holly Cross, the leading scorer with 14. Amity Richards added 10 for the Wildcats. Paxton, the state champions, and we'll meet the players coming up.
Hi everybody, I'm Rod Bates, General Manager of NET, and this is a scheduled timeout during the basketball game, and you're not going to miss a moment of basketball action. Right now I'd like to encourage you not to miss out on this opportunity to become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television. Why is this a critical time to join? Because of current economic stress, number one, and because we want to preserve this statewide treasure. So call us now at 1-800-676-5446, and when you call, we'll offer you one of the following member benefits. If you join now at the $60 level, we'll send you the NETV coffee mug. At $90, you'll receive this sturdy insulated NETV coffee mug for your car or office. And on your way to the office, carry your own NETV tote bag, yours with a membership at $120. At the $240 level, we'll send you a unique, high-quality denim shirt with the NETV logo, handsomely embroidered in red. That's $20 a month at the $240 level. And of course, with every membership at $60 or more, you're going to receive the NPTV PRNF membership card. Members receive special benefits from organizations and businesses throughout the state. You'll also receive a discount on program-related products at our online member store. All you do is log on at mynptv.org/members, and you can use this secure site to select your membership level and your member benefits. Call 1-800-676-5446. And now let's get you back to the Devaney Sports Center and the high school basketball finals. Thanks for your pledge.
Morning edition, border to border, NPRN is Nebraska's NPR station. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
In 2002, the story of Nebraska girls basketball in Class D3 of how the West was won. The Paxton Tigers will have plenty to talk about. Dale Schrader joining me right now. Coach, just talk about this team. You win a volleyball title back in November, but to come back and win a basketball title, just the year it's been for your girls.
It's been phenomenal. You know, Coach Rhodes did a super job with them in volleyball, and coming back here in basketball, the kids had one thing on their mind, and they were coming back for this purpose right here, and I'm just, it's been fun all season long. It's just been a tremendous ride, and I just thank those kids so much for letting me be a part of it.
And as a coach, isn't it nice to appreciate a team when you had Perlinger, McFadden, and then Mandy Nelson taking over the fourth quarter? Really a team win.
They are, and it was, and that's what we've done all season long. You know, we've struggled off and on in quarter from quarter to quarter, every now and then, game by game, and it's always somebody picking up the slack, and it's not always the same person, and that makes a great team even better. And these kids have done it all year long. I can't say enough about how fun this is and how dedicated they are to what they're doing. And we got a great group of seniors. We got a good base coming back next year. It's a lot of fun.
Last question. I know you're going to enjoy this one, but talk about the future for these girls in the years to come for Paxton girls basketball.
I love the future because of the simple fact that we got a lot of kids coming back. Like I said, we had 3 seniors this year. 2 of them were starters. They're going to be missed, but we've got young kids coming on. We've got some kids coming up in the junior high and grade school that'll be fine too. And I'm really pleased with our opportunities and our chances, of being a quality team for some more time, I guess.
Dale Schroeder, the coach of Paxton, congratulations. When we come back, we talk to the Paxton Tigers, the new D2 state champions. The players are coming up next.
This month, Nebraska connects you and taxes. I'm Mike Tobias, and NETV will help you get through tax season. Join us on Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central for tax tips. We'll have tax experts in our studio ready to take your phone calls and give you the advice you need. This tax season, be more prepared as we connect you with the experts with tax tips. Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central Time, live on NETV.
Every day on PBS Kids, we encourage children to respect others.
Right.
To recognize their own uniqueness. To accept the fact that lots of us are different.
Oscar, you've said everything I was going to say.
What do you want from me? I'm a type G personality. G for grouch.
Imagine the possibilities. PBS Kids and you.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Welcome back. The second game of Championship Saturday belongs to Paxton. The Tigers doing it in front of a live Nebraska basketball audience. Kirsten Scusa, the sophomore, joining me right now. Just talk about the way you guys were able to exchange blows with Banner County, but then in the end, you guys were the last team standing.
I think everybody knew that we were going to hang in there and we were going to win it. We just had to find the willpower to get down deep and dig it. We had the heart, the soul, and so we were ready.
You're just a sophomore. What's the future going to be like for you guys? Now you have a volleyball championship, now a basketball championship?
I think if we just stay confident and, well, we'll do fine, but we just got to do our stuff, so.
Congratulations. Enjoy this win, okay? Pass the trophy off to your teammate. This is Paloma Ruiz. Remember seeing you a scrapper on the volleyball court. Same held true out there today. Just talk about really just playing your role within this team. Obviously in McFadden and Perlinger and Nelson, you got scores, but running the point, what's it like for this team?
You know, everybody's got their own team, and I know what mine is, and it's just I know how to dribble. I mean, everybody else does, but it's just I'm the point guard, and just I'm ready to give it to anybody who has the ball to score. And it's just...
Now you're a senior, correct?
Yes.
So how are you going to remember this year for Paxton?
Oh, it's going to be unforgettable. It's just every time I'm going to look at my medals, I'm just going to remember. I mean, volleyball and basketball, undefeated. It's just the best thing that could ever happen to a senior.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much. And pass it off to your teammate. Yeah.
Hola, papá y mamá. Los quiero mucho.
There you go, Paloma Ruiz. I used to take Spanish, but I'm not going to attempt to translate. This is Jenna McFadden.
Hi.
Jenna, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just talk about the big win. You were such a force on the volleyball court. I said the experience in championship games mattered, and it showed out there today.
Yeah, we're not even snapped into reality yet. This is just unbelievable. Just working with these girls, just the experience and chemistry that we have with one another, it's unreal. And you know, I guess here soon we'll probably realize, you know, what we've done together. But right now it's just unbelievable. I can't even explain it.
That's awesome. Let me get some of your teammates in here. We only have a minute left. Kelsey, can you come in here? Kelsey Perlinger, come in here real quick. Just talk about the front line. You two really dominated when it counted.
I don't know. I guess I'm like the big girl. I get to bang around a lot, so that's just what I try to do most of the time.
And let's bring in your teammate, Mandy Nelson. We've only got 30 seconds left. If we could get her in too. Talk about the fourth quarter and how you just took over the game.
We said on the bench that it was going to take heart, so we came out with our hearts, and that's what pulled us through.
Guys, what's next for Paxton? You two are coming back. You're a senior, correct? So just talk about what's in the future.
I'm just going to go to school. I'm going to come watch these guys. These guys are going to do great, and I bet they'll be back next year.
The big three for Paxton: Mandy Nelson, Kelsey Perlinger, Jenna McFadden. Part of the Big Five, Paloma Ruiz also. Great performance this morning by Paxton. They are D2 champions for the first time and probably many times to come. The Paxton Tigers win the second game of Championship Saturday. We got 4 more games coming up, the A championship, beginning when we come back.